Matt Media for IrishBoxing.com with Luke Keeler. After so many, he's a busy man, lads. Listen, I just want to say first, he's a busy man. He had a kids' football match before, and then he was at a speaking event. He's a very busy man. So listen, if you want to catch Luke for the interviews, lads, text early, right? Because you have to get him early. Anyways,
Yeah.
Luke, happy Thursday. How's things going?
Good, Matt. Great, great. Busy. Pretend I'm busy on any, but no,
Yeah,
very busy, and I'm happy when I'm busy. So no, everything's going great. I had the fight a couple of weeks ago. Haven't been doing a
yeah,
lot since then. I had trouble with me back, so I'm
yeah.
just working on that. But all good otherwise, Matt. Great to be finally chatting.
It was great to see you ringside.
Yeah.
For me, it's great to be ringside to see you fight. A storied career. So many fights behind you, America. And even back in Dublin. I just want to touch briefly first. 2024 was Galway in the pipeline in January, or was that just a last minute pop up? And what was the original plan for 2024 when you're in January?
But the plan always was to get a couple of fights, get the ring rust off, get
Yeah,
back after the 3.5 year break, nearly 4 year break,
yeah,
and then get like a meaningful fight to shine me career off on. So that was the kind of thought
yeah.
process coming back,
Mm,
and it's kind of going that way again.
mm,
Like it's
mm.
just I just want to get one to go out on a
Yeah,
high with a bit of pride, and finish on my own terms.
yeah,
Matt, is the dream.
yeah. Obviously Galway, a great show. I have to say, all around an absolutely amazing show. A Galway man myself. How did you find Galway and the people, especially around fight night and just the buzz and that? I just want to get that out as the first question.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was great. It was packed arena.
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah,
had a big following. It was awkward times for myself with Paddy's weekend,
mm,
getting people down because of
mm.
the
The
expensive
banker
hotels and
and the,
stuff.
and the
Yeah,
banker.
the
Yeah,
banker and people had stuff for Paddy's Day. I
yeah,
rushed back up.
mm,
So it was kind of a bit awkward, but the
yeah.
event went well.
Mm.
Thomas carried it, and I think it was nearly a sellout, wasn't
Mm.
it?
Yeah,
They
it
were
was, it
nearly
was, it was a sellout.
more or less. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it kind of ticked the box for me.
Yeah.
I was a bit. I had trouble with me back in the lead up to it.
Mm,
Went through with the fight, got a
mm,
stoppage, but it was very stiff in the like even compared
mm,
to me first fight back on
mm,
Jay Bourne show.
mm,
I done better.
mm,
I had great training for three
mm,
months. Should have been getting
mm,
back to a really good level,
mm,
and then all of a sudden I
mm,
got like a tightness in my back,
mm.
and I was very disappointed
Yeah.
and maybe hard on myself because
Yeah.
of that. But it was another win, and it's good.
Like so from what my perspective was, what I see, obviously, like when you fight, you're vicious and you want to go in there, you want to get the stoppage, as any other fighter does. But when I was watching you, and Pete was saying throw out your jab, and just it didn't look like the Luke Keeler, if you get me, and like it was just
Mm.
like the odd jab, and then the odd punch. I was like, oh, I hope he gets the stoppage. Were you happy with the rounds first off, going through the rounds? Were you happy as you were going round by round and you were just like, there's something not right here? And the second question was, when the sixth round came, um, was it him that just was like, I've had enough, or what went on for the people that didn't see the fight?
Yeah, do you know what? I was just getting through the rounds. It wasn't really enjoyable. So I
Yeah.
was just kind of getting through the rounds, getting
Mm,
through the rounds.
mm,
When I was warming up, I was very tight. It was just, do you know what? I wasn't not flowing and in form, but it's probably clear to see. But the guy was tough as well. Got a bit of ring rust off me, so it was like there was a couple of positives to take from it. Got 6 rounds and I got the stoppage. You know what I mean? But tough guy. Took the shots, but I should have, if I was flowing like I should have been, I would have got him out there a lot sooner and looked a bit more explosive like myself, because I had a great 2 weeks before that, kind of niggles and stuff. I was doing high rocks training. I started a bit of that for conditioning, and I've long term issues with my back, so I have like a herniated disc and a prolapse disc, and I have missing like fluid between the discs. It's just black, but I kind of live with that. And then, but it flares up every now and again. It flared up. If it was a big fight and a big dangerous fight, I would have pulled out. Because I wasn't in a position to compete. But I went through it with the fight. I didn't want to let anyone down. And in hindsight, probably not a great idea, but it worked out well. Do you know what I mean? And everything went well, I suppose.
Just with the back, is that something that you've had just naturally? You know, some people have, you know, just natural things that they carry throughout their life. You know, someone may have just something wrong with their shoulder, and just something wrong with the back. Was that something that you carried throughout your life, and that was that, or did you pick it
Yeah,
up just through boxing, or just through the fights and the rounds and?
just there wasn't. I was in a car accident, but that wasn't. There was a couple
Yeah.
of like issues, but
Mm.
no, it's just wear and tear. I think
Yeah.
more so,
Mm.
and some that I live with. Once I keep my core strong and loads of stretching and manage it, keep me weight down, it's manageable. But every now and again it flares up, me pelvis goes out of line, and I kind of I'm bedridden for a day or two. But something I live with, and I'm near the end now, so I'll be able to manage. When I'm pushing myself through, there's certain exercises I can't sprint anymore. There's certain things I can't do, but once I manage it well, it's no issues. Do you know what I mean? I can live with it. Sometimes it flares up like it did before that fight, but it is one of those things. I got the win. I've no excuses, but I wasn't firing on all cylinders like I was in camp. I had some great spars, feeling back to myself, buzzing again with boxing, and then you slip back into an injury again, and it's disheartening, you know.
It's like with the back. Just one more question. Like does that affect you on a daily basis, or like let's say like going for a walk, you know, with your wife, would just like you know those kind of things. If you get me,
Yeah, that's
would it
kind
just
of
be the
makes sense.
simplest things? Oh, I kind of get you. Yeah,
It's just chronic pain. Well, not chronic, but it's
yeah,
flaring up in
yeah,
pain, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
sitting in the car. I'd be in
yeah,
pain, but
yeah,
it's just once I train and keep stretching and mobile, it's
yeah.
livable. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
There was operation, like there was talk of like you can get this done, like an operation infused and stuff, but there's complications with that, but I don't need to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to take that risk.
You don't want to take the long term.
No, no,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
gotcha.
look. I'll wheel the body out for one
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
and it'll be grand. You know.
Yeah, you're still full of the crack. You're still full of crack, man. That's the main thing. You're still full of laughs, which is all good.
Yeah.
In terms of going on from Galway, McElhaney Promotions, has any fight been offered at all? You know, you knew I was going to throw out this question, so I might as well get
Yeah,
it out
yeah.
now.
No, there's look at there's talk of a big show with Stephen. Uh, like Stephen's kind of friend of mine, and he's trying to build a big show. He's still in the early stages of that, so there's in talks for that. That could be me farewell. There's talk of a Conlon show with McCrory as well. So yeah, so I don't know whether it's to fail or not, but there's talks of that as well. And then like ideally, I'd love to fight as well on a matchroom show and go out, but it depends what's offered in it and what's there. There's talk of a matchroom show. Stephen is building a show, and it needs a headline act. Maybe that can happen. But still early days. Do you know what I mean? Nothing confirmed. You know.
Any names that you'd be not calling out, but you know, just look, even just you know, glancing at me like maybe you
Yeah,
could.
yeah. Well, I think the big name and the most obvious one is Padraig McCrory.
Yeah.
I don't think Jason is entertaining the fight. And like that's no I'm not like he's probably
No
looking at
disrespect to Yeah, yeah,
no, definitely
yeah,
not. I think he's
yeah,
just looking at a big payday in
yeah,
America, and boxing at air stages is business,
yeah,
and you'll completely understand. He had a decent
yeah.
performance. He probably sees himself getting another like breakthrough fight with a top name in America, and earning more money, and to be honest, like there's a lot of money in boxing, so good luck to him on that. Like I
Yeah.
can understand his position, you know.
Yeah. After fighting, there always has to be a time. What will Luke Keeler be doing after after the gloves are hung up and the boots are unlaced, and what does life look after for Luke Keeler?
Same, just what I'm doing now. Busy, like I'm doing some building work, building a couple of houses, and I'm gonna go full time at that because boxing is a full-time sport. I had a couple of years where I was full-time at boxing and I loved it. But like anything, you have to be committed fully to kind of get to the heights and the levels. So I done it with boxing, and I went well for a couple of years. Missed it, loved it, and loved the passion and the fight, and I want to get that out of my system. But I'm equally as passionate about building and property. So probably more so now. I just love it. So that's what I'm doing now, and it's going really well for me. So I'm gonna stick with that, and it's a lot easier than getting. Well, probably not a lot easier. Actually, when you do one, you want to do the other, and then you know what I mean. But I'll go back. I'll go back full time working. You know, full time work.
Was the original plan after the Jay Byrne fight in the warehouse? Was that the original kind of sign off? Good luck, I'm out of here. That's been it. And then the Galway show was approached. So what was
No, it was always no, it was always get a couple of fights, get the ring rust, and get one big name fight. Like one Quigley was the one that I was envisioning. Do you know what I mean? For a Katie Taylor on the card. Then Stephen came around. Paddy came about now. Like I'll be at super middle. So it's just kind of falling into place. Something else might happen, and Paddy might retire. I have to do a full-time camp again, and get myself in good condition for that fight, because they're like, it's higher level. It's not a journeyman. It's dangerous. So you have to be fit and healthy as well. So I'm gonna just get back into full-time training, and sign off on a high. Is the plan.
So like there's a number of options basically that we're looking, or that you're looking at, which is great. Yeah, no, but like I'm just thinking quickly, was that show, was the Matchroom show actually first ever offered? Was there ever any contact, or was that just chats?
Just talk. I remember Eddie talked about it. He mentioned it in interviews, and it didn't really progress any further than that, to be honest. There was nothing actually physically offered. I was only back training as well. I was out at that stage, so he probably wasn't aware of that. But no, it was nothing actually concrete put on the paper, and that's the same. That's what I'm saying. In fairness to Jason, it's not as if he's avoiding a fight with me in any way. I'm sure if a decent offer went to Jason, he'd jump at the fight with a decent platform, or maybe he wouldn't. That's a question you can ask him. But yeah, that'd be a dream. I just want to go out on a high and have a bit of pride in it, you know.
Would management be something that you'd bear the property, and fair play in that, and all the best in that? But would management be or management and coaching be something that you'd look towards?
Maybe down the line, or like of a young family, maybe down the line. But with boxing, it's if you're committing to a fight, you're fully committed and you're traveling and you're there every day. And I physically don't have the time. Don't have the time to do that. So I wouldn't let anyone down. I want to stay apart with P. Scream on the team, Mark Kennedy, and be involved as hanging around and keeping fit. Because when I stopped boxing, I didn't train at all, and I missed it, and I missed the lads. So I'm gonna stay in the gym twice a week, and I'm gonna stay in the gym and keep going. You know, is the plan. Sorry, calls bleeding coming through there, but no, I'm gonna stay
screen's
around
kind
the
of going
gym.
this way. It's going
Yeah,
this way.
sorry, yeah, there's fucking calls coming
Jeez,
through.
nearly tweaked my head sideways there.
Sorry.
Nah,
You know,
that's
the plan is to stay involved and kind of help the lads out with advice, but I wouldn't manage anyone, because I don't have the money to invest in fires and build fires, or the time to be listening to fires.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Can I just get your reaction on the Sean McComb news that broke? Well, we broke it on Monday in Las Vegas, but it's actually up. But can I just get your quick reaction on the McComb news?
The lawyers from he was waiting around for a big fight. He's the same, like same as me, going through all the shows, looking for a big break, and it's a fight that looking at the guy's record, hasn't had a lot of stoppages lately. Sean is the purest boxer and most talented pure boxer I've trained with. Like distance, timing, brain, as in terms of boxing terms. So like, and he's flown and found a style under P. He's not trying to do anything else. Rather, so I see him having an upset. I know people might not think that because he had a loss to Gwyn, but he wasn't in the same place. He's in a better place, man. As you know.
Okay. Right. Luke, on that note, I really appreciate your time as always. I know you're a
No
busy man,
problem. Yeah.
and
Awesome. Yeah.
thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, anytime, Matt. Thanks very much. Right, chat to you soon.